What's up guys, Mitchell Watts with Town & Country TV, and today we are talking all about the 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning and all the changes you need to know about. In this video, we're gonna go over a couple different things. The first thing we're gonna cover are all of the product changes from 22 to 23, and I'm gonna use my 22 model as an example or a reference point on what has changed. We're also gonna go over the pricing differences, which is an extremely hot topic right now, and then we're also going to talk about the process of getting in line to order a new F-150 Lightning, as well as what it looks like for current reservation holders to convert those reservations into orders. First up, let's talk about the product changes. I have no idea why I opened the Mega Power frunk, but I guess it looks good on video. But the main differences in the product for a 22 model Lightning versus a 23 are going to be pretty similar. The standard range battery gets a bump from 230 miles of estimated EPA range all the way up to 240. We don't quite know just yet if that's because of better batteries or better motors or anything like that, or if it might just be a software update, but the standard range pack does get an extra 10 miles worth of range. By the way, I'm gonna go over these changes as fast as I possibly can to respect y'all's time. If you can, do me a huge favor, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you don't like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs down, the dislike button, make sure you hit it twice. It's very, very important that you do it twice. Anyways, it'll come to you later. There's a brand new trim level on the 23 F-150 Lightning, and that is going to be the SSV, the specialty, I can't remember exactly what that stands for. It's a police cruiser, it's a police interceptor, if you will. Now, the cool thing about that police interceptor, you're gonna have two different battery packs available, just like you can on the retail consumer side. You have the standard range pack, 240 miles worth of range, and then you also have the extended range, 320 miles worth of range. So pretty cool stuff there. So keep in mind that you're now gonna have an F-150 that has a lockable secure storage up front in a police cruiser that can still do 0 to 60 in sub 4 seconds, which is pretty incredible. Now on the inside of that particular vehicle, you'll have a police grade cloth interior, so that way you don't have to worry about it wearing and tearing. And in the back seat of the vehicle, you've got an easy to clean out vinyl seat and vinyl flooring. It's gonna make it a breeze. But stepping back into those front seats on the police interceptor, they're actually having smaller bolsters on that particular vehicle because it's assuming that most police officers, they're going to be carrying, they're going to be holstering a weapon, and having that smaller bolster makes it easier for that police interceptor or the policeman to get in and out of that vehicle itself. So I think that's pretty cool. You've also got a couple of other things like a steel reinforced seat back, so that way you don't have the perpetrator behind you kicking in the seat. So that is pretty cool as well. But there's a whole lot more to that police version of the F-150 Lightning, but for the sake of this video, let's keep moving. Another big change for the 2023 model F-150 Lightning has everything to do with the microchip shortage that is still a very real problem. So Ford is actually killing off two particular options for the 23 model F-150 Lightning. One is going to be the active contoured seats, or the multi-contoured seats. That's the seats that massage your butt and your back. It's supposed to come standard on the Platinum, but they are not going to schedule any of these Platinums with that option on there. By the way, that's across the board on every F-150 and probably every other Ford vehicle that has that option available. The other issue, which is I'm going to show you on my F-150 Lightning, is going to be the onboard scales. Located in the menu section here, you can actually come in here and got a bunch of disclaimers, but you actually have a feature where it tells you how much weight you have in the bed of the vehicle, in the front trunk, and basically making sure that the vehicle is not overloaded with cargo capacity. So very important to note that those two features are not available on the 2023 model. The last two major changes for the product are going to be, number one, there is no more AM radio. That is pretty interesting that Ford has canceled that particular option. The other thing that I want to talk about is the all-new Pro Trailer Hitch Assist technology that is now going to be included with the tow technology package. So pretty neat stuff there. But as far as the colors are concerned, there's quite a few different color changes. For instance, Ford has deleted iced blue silver, smoked quartz, and Atlas blue. But for 2023, they have picked up two new paint colors, which is avalanche gray and azure gray. Now let's talk about some key dates when it comes to ordering the F-150 Lightning. If you don't already have a reservation on a Lightning, you're probably going to be waiting a while for one. But if you already have a reservation, they are converting reservations into orders using waves. They are doing this to try and manage customer expectations and also some estimated delivery dates. Now, according to some leaked documents on an F-150 Lightning forum, the Ford Pro customer, which is the name for the fleet buyers, they're going to be able to start placing orders on August the 10th, which, believe it or not, is the day that I'm recording this video. Now, starting on August 11th, Ford will actually start sending Wave 1 invitations to certain reservation holders who had a previous invitation to order a 2022 model and they wanted to go with the Pro Series. Now, those reservations who selected the extend my reservations, that this date applies to the people who were next up in line and they wanted to order a 2022 Pro trim, but they couldn't because Ford has already sold out of that particular trim level. Now, I actually do think this is pretty cool that Ford is giving customers that have been waiting the longest early access to those ordering banks. But starting on August the 24th, Wave 2 invitations will be sent out. This is going to be very similar to what we just talked about, the Wave 1. This wave will be reserved for previous reservation holders that wanted to order a 22 XLT trim level, and they also selected the extend my reservation because Ford was also sold out of the XLTs. But once again, Ford is also giving priority to those particular customers. Wave 3 is where it really gets interesting. This is going to happen sometime in mid-September. We don't know exactly when, but what they are going to be doing is that is going to be the opportunity for Ford to convert the rest of or the remainder of the reservation holders into an actual order. Now, Ford has also warned the dealers that be careful and set expectations for customers because not every single vehicle will be able to be built as a 23 model. Let's talk about that. Ford has talked publicly about how many reservations they have. They have over 200,000 reservations for the F-150 Lightning. And Ford is estimating that over 80% of those reservations are actually going to be converted into an order and the customer take delivery of them. So you're talking about 160,000 orders for the F-150 Lightning. Now let's talk about how many they're able to produce. Just last month, July of 2022, Ford was able to produce 2,173 F-150 Lightnings, according to a leaked document I found on one of the forums. Now, if you look at 2,100 vehicles compared to 160,000 reservations or orders, you're talking about, what, a 74-month break-even point before they're able to build out all of those particular Lightnings. But the good news is Ford has done a great job in reinvesting back into the business and reinvesting into expansion of building the F-150 Lightning. So they're going to be able to eventually, in July of 2023, be up to a production ramp of about 12,500 units per month. But even then, you're talking about a 13-month build-out just to take care of the current reservation holders, and that's assuming they don't take another reservation from here going forward. You're talking about 13 months. So just keep in mind that if you're wanting to get into line right now and you don't have a reservation, it's probably going to be a minute before you have that opportunity. And so just keep in mind that there's no official word of the reservations opening back up to let new customers in line, but rumor has it it's coming soon. But you just have to be understanding that it's going to be a minute before you get your Lightning order. The last thing I want to talk about in this video are the price increases. So Ford has just announced some pretty significant price increases, anywhere from $6,000 to $8,500 more money for the exact same vehicle. And here's why I'm really not all that mad. Now, I get it. I'm currently in my 22 F-150 Lightning, and I didn't know that the price increases were coming this heavily, but at the end of the day, based on those production numbers and the demand that we've seen, it's simple economics, it's simple capitalism. The more demand you have for a product, the higher the price can be. And as a dealership that's not charging anything over MSRP on any customer F-150 Lightning, I'm actually perfectly fine with increasing the price. It's going to weed out some of the customers, but I still don't think it's going to weed out enough. The wait times are still going to be absolutely crazy. But I think it's also very interesting that there is a brand new EV tax credit that is right there on the horizon. In fact, I think it has already passed through one branch of the government, and I think it's waiting on the second one. But it's very interesting to me that EV tax credit, that new one, is almost the exact same amount as the price increase on the F-150 Lightning. Once again, this is not a political channel. It never will be, never has been. But I'm going to let that sit with you right there. It's interesting to see the price increase was very similar to this new EV tax credit that has a very good chance of passing. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been a little different style. If you like this type of a video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so that way the information makes it to other people who need to see it. And if you didn't like the video, once again, hit that thumbs down twice, but just make sure you hit it twice. It's very important. All jokes aside, guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video. Peace!